Alright YouTube, today we're going to be looking at how to make epic voiceovers for your videos with Adobe Premiere, or at least how I make my voiceovers for my YouTube videos. And I kinda designed this tutorial for beginners, so I'm explaining things a lot in this video. So that's why this is a long video. We are gonna cover topics like what microphone to buy for your voiceovers, or at least what I have used. And then we are gonna talk about how to organize your voiceover audio clips into Premiere and why to do that. We also talk about audio track mixer a lot in this video, and of course about the audio effects, which will make a big difference to your voiceovers. So let's listen how your voice is going to be sounding like after you do the things that I'm going to tell you here. So here on the audio track 1 is our end result voiceover, like how our voiceover will sound like with sound effects applied. And here are my original recordings, like how my voice sounds like when it is just recorded without any sound effects, you know. Technically, these clips are exact same copies of each other, so just to clarify that. Okay, let's hear them out. So, how to make epic voiceover like this one for your videos. This is just me talking about random stuff here. So, how to make epic voiceover like this one for your videos. This is just me talking about random stuff here. So if you watch this tutorial till the end, you're going to be getting voiceovers like this. And if you want to jump to different parts of this tutorial, I have the time codes below this video in the description, so check that out. If you get any value from this tutorial or learn something here, please click the like button to support my channel, and subscribe to my channel also and click the bell so you won't miss any of my future tutorials. A big thanks if you do so. Okay, and first things first. How to get clear sound. Obviously, you need a good microphone, so the microphone that I am using is this Rode NT USB microphone, and it costs like 160 euros, or it depends where you buy it, but around this number here it cost me, so it's not the cheapest one, but I think it's very affordable, so you don't have to pay like thousands of euros for getting a good microphone. Because yeah, I have been using this microphone for like last 3 years or something, I think. And it has been very good. It has been very, very good. So cannot enough suggest you to buy this microphone wherever you can get this. And if you buy this microphone, you should buy also this stand for this microphone, because this has been also really, really good. So you can attach this stand to your table and put your microphone here and position it just the way you like it. So I say this again, but this has been very useful also. So if you buy this microphone, you should also buy this stand for it. If you want to check those out, links are in the description. Okay, and when you have your microphone all set, you should record your voice, save that clip and import it to Premiere, and bring your voiceover clips to here, to your timeline. And let's talk about a little bit of organizing your voiceover clips to your timeline. If you want to see my last tutorial's timeline, it's like this. You can see all my voiceover clips are in one single track here, okay? These are all my voiceovering for this, my last tutorial, okay? And it goes to here and from the start till the end on one single track. And that's because I am using audio track mixer for all of my videos. Audio track mixer saves you a ton of time if you start using this, because I can put every effect that I need, for example for my voiceovers, to one single place. And that one single place is here on my audio track 1, okay? And I can put all my audio effects to here, to one place. And that means I don't need to put these effects to every single clip that are in here, okay? And there are a lot of clips here, like a lot of clips here. If I wouldn't been using this audio track mixer, I should put these effects to every single clip here to get my voiceover to sound right. But now that I am using this audio track mixer, I need to put my effects to one single place, and these effects applies to all of these clips that are in the audio track 1. So audio track 1 is here and audio track 1 is here. These are the same. And in this tutorial, I'm just gonna tell you how this audio track mixer works for our purposes here. So if you want to know like every little detail and settings in here, just saying you should check a longer tutorial which tells like everything you need to know how to use this audio track mixer. And I put a link to one good tutorial in the description, so if you want to know more about this, check that video out. But yeah, if you don't see this audio track mixer anywhere in your Premiere, you can go here, Window, and open it from here, audio track mixer. So if you have a lot of sequences open, you can open specific audio track mixer for your specific sequence. So my audio track mixer is now open for this sequence. Just saying, this saves you a ton of time if you start using this audio track mixer. I highly suggest that. But anyway, let's go back to our sequence here, and let's talk about this same thing in here, but a little bit smaller proportions here. Okay, as I just explained to you what you saw here, the same thing applies here. Now these clips are in the audio track 2, so if you look closely here, there are no effects at all on this audio track 2. So no effects applied to these audio clips. But if you see these clips, these are in the audio track 1, okay? And if we see here from the audio track mixer now, audio track 1 is here. So if you look closely here, there are the effects that we're going to be using. Okay, and if we listen this again. So listen carefully for the differences of these voiceovers, or the difference that these clips are on the track 2 and these clips are on the track 1. So let's play this. So how to make epic voiceover like this one for your videos. This is just me talking about random stuff here. So how to make epic voiceover like this one for your videos. This is just me talking about random stuff here. So I think you heard the differences here. What if I put these clips into here on the track 1? Let's try that. So how to make epic voiceover like this one for your videos. This is just me talking about random stuff here. As you can see, when I moved these clips from the track 2 to track 1, these effects applied to these clips also, because I moved them from here to here. So now you might have a little understanding how this audio track mixer works, maybe. So one thing I highly suggest you to do when you are doing your voiceover modifications in Premiere is that you should keep your voiceovers in one single track, because then you can use this audio track mixer and put all of your effects into one single track here. So these effects from here applies to all audio clips that are in the audio track 1. Or at least try to keep your voiceover clips in one single track. If you can't do that, well, then you need to do more tracks, obviously, but you can always try that. If you see here, I have kept all of my voiceovers in one single track here. So, because of this, I only need to do the effects once here. Okay, now you know the microphone and how to organize your audio clips here in Premiere Timeline. Let's talk about the effects, how you can really make your voice sound like this. Random stuff here. So, how to make epic voiceover like this one. So, let's talk about the effects. I bet you have seen these effects here now a couple of times, what I've been using, and you can like copy them to your Premiere and try them out if you want. But now what we're gonna do is I'm going to explain how to use these effects and why to use these effects. And we are going to be doing this from the start. So no effects at all until to this point. Let's delete these effects. Okay, and let's delete this also, and let's start from the beginning. If we are going to be using this track, all the effects that we are going to be adding here are applied to these audio clips here, because these are in the audio track 1 now. So this is the audio track 1, and if we put effects here, these effects are applied to these clips only, not to these, only to these. If we would like to put some effects for these clips, then we need to put the effects to this audio track 2. One thing before we start adding the effects, if you open this audio track mixer first time, it could look like this. So you don't see the placements for the effects. Okay, so what you need to do is to click here, this arrow, show and hide effects and sends. Okay, click here, and after that, this opens. And now you can add the effects to these audio tracks. Let's put our first audio effect to here. So to slot 1. Okay, let's click here, effects selection, and go here. And our first effect was dynamics. Okay, and let's talk about this a little bit. The options that we are going to be using from this dynamics effect is this compressor and limiter. Okay, so let's activate this compressor now, and let's do this like this. I'm just going to put my usual settings here, so you can copy them to your Premiere if you want. I don't usually touch this threshold setting because it's, for my voice at least, it has been really good, this -20. Okay, I usually raise this ratio a little bit to here, maybe to 2 or between 1 and 2. Then I raise this a little bit, like to 1 millisecond, and this is then like between 50 milliseconds, between 100 milliseconds. Okay. And then I increase this makeup a little bit. To almost always it's here like between 3 to 4.5 or something. Okay. Okay, and let's hear our voiceover now. I think there won't be a big difference, but there is a little difference there. It's over like this one for your videos. This is just me talking about random stuff here. Okay, and let's put this away. This one for your videos. This is just me talking about random stuff. And when you're doing your modifications to your sound, you should use really good headphones, so you can hear the differences better with headphones. And if you raise this makeup slider here, you can hear the difference maybe better. It's over like this one for your videos. This is just me talking about random stuff. And what does this compressor actually do? It's a little bit hard to explain by words, but well, I try to simplify things here. The thing is in its name, compressor. It compresses your audio. It reduces the dynamic range of your audio. You see this audio waveform here. This bumpy road is your audio volume levels, okay? And this compressor makes this kind of movement to be more balanced and stable. So it compresses this kind of audio wave to be more straight line. Okay, I hope you understand what I mean. And to clarify things, I put a link in the description from where you can read more about all of these effects, how they work. So check that out. I usually put this limiter on for this dynamics effect for this audio track, but I'm going to tell you more about this limiter a little bit later on this tutorial, so this time I'm not gonna put this on here now, okay? I'm gonna tell you how this works a little bit later. And now this second effect that we are going to be using is the from the same amplitude and compression tab to here, Multiband Compressor. This is epic. Okay. All right. This is Multiband Compressor. And what do I usually do here? I just go here and put this to broadcast. And this little setting here is what makes a big difference to your audio. And maybe let's listen our voiceover once more without this broadcast effect, okay? And let's listen this like this one for your videos. This is just me. Okay, it's fine, but let's put this on. Like this one for your videos. This is just me talking about random stuff here. So this thing here is what makes your voiceover sound like a professional radio voice. Depending your style, you can adjust these sliders here and these settings, but I actually don't usually touch these very much because these are already like good settings. But of course you could have some different situation there, so please try to adjust these for your needs there. So this is your output gain. If you lower this, your volume goes down, and if you raise this, your volume goes up, okay? Big voiceover like this one for your videos. This is just me talking about random stuff here. So you can adjust your gain levels here, okay? So what are these sliders here? Here is your high frequency audio levels, and here is your mid tones, and here is your bass audio levels. So with these sliders you can increase or decrease specific audio frequencies. You can adjust these frequencies audio levels. Okay, and let's try these out. Epic voiceover like this one for your videos. This is just me talking about random stuff here. And a good way actually to test these effects is to make your voiceover clip repeatable. So let's close this up for a while, and let's use this mark in and mark out brackets. Okay, mark in and mark out, and let's click here, loop playback. Okay, because now what this is gonna do, it loops this area here that we selected with these brackets. Okay, so if I hit play, stuff here. So how to make epic voiceover like this one stuff here. So how to make it automatically goes from here, from this point to here. So it repeats this area. Okay, let's open again this multiband compressor so we can test this a little bit better now. If you look closely here, you can see these are color coded. So these are the highs, and you can see the same color here. So if we reduce this high frequency slider to make epic voiceover like this one for your videos. This is just me talking about random stuff here. You can see this reduction here also. And the midtones, the green and yellow, orange are here also. And here are the bass frequencies. Epic voiceover like this one for your videos. This is just me talking about random stuff here. So how to make epic voiceover like this one for your videos. This is just me talking about random stuff here. So how to make epic voiceover like this one for your videos. This is just me. If I slide this down, there is no like bass in my voice, so I never do this also. Let's put it here where it was. But yeah, make the settings that you like for your project there, and these are just my usual settings what I use for my voiceovers. But yeah, the point of this effect, the multiband compressor, is that when you use this broadcast preset here, this makes your voiceover almost sound like a professional radio speaker or something. And let's close this away. So if you have been enjoying this tutorial, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel and hit the bell so you won't miss any of my future videos. And let's put our next effect, which will be under the special tab, and it will be the mastering effect. This is really good effect also. And this mastering effect, it's very versatile effect. You can do a lot in this single effect. But yeah, first things first, here is a little equalizer. So with these dots here, you can adjust your frequencies, okay? And here are the high frequencies. Around somewhere here are the mid tone frequencies, and here are the bass frequencies. And we can adjust this bass frequency also by clicking this low shelf enable. Okay, and now you can get the same dot here. You can grab it by mouse and slide it down or up. If you raise this, it raises the volume level of these frequencies, okay? And if you put this lower, it lowers the volume levels of these audio frequencies. And same applies to here. So as you can see, this curve here is basically the same thing as we had with the multiband compressor effect just a few moments ago. You remember the sliders. So this shouldn't be so hard to understand. I hope so. And in this mastering effect, I use a preset here also. Okay? So here are the presets. Let's click here. The shadow clarity. Okay? Let's put this on and let's click these again. So we can adjust these. And I use this preset because it sets here almost the settings that I want to use in the end. But of course, I always need to adjust these settings a little bit every time I make these voiceovers. And let's adjust this equalizer first. To make epic voiceover like this one for your videos. This is just me talking about random stuff here. So, how to make epic voiceover like this one for your videos. This is just me talking about random stuff here. So, how to make epic voiceover like this one for your videos. This is just me talking about random stuff here. So, how to make epic voiceover like this one for your videos. Okay, I usually use this kind of frequency curve. I always like to raise my bass frequencies a little bit and also my like the mid-tones, because my speech is around here somewhere, my speech frequency. So I like to raise my volume, in other words, a little bit by raising this little dot here. Okay? And what comes to these frequencies here, I usually like to take out like the high frequencies. These settings depends on the project also, and what microphone you used, how and where you recorded your voiceover, all those kinds of things. So don't think these settings are exactly the same for you there as they are here for me, you know. Use these settings as like a base and then modify these for your situation there. Okay, and let's talk about these a little bit. This is the reverb. So if I raise this slider here, you can get more reverb. Make epic voiceover like this one for your videos. This is just me. You can make your voice sound like it's coming from the clouds and you are being a god or something. But for my purposes here, for my voiceovers here, I don't usually use this much. It's maybe under 10 usually. It's in the 5% or 0%. If you want to sound like God, you should raise this reverb here, but if you don't use this reverb. But it's handy sometimes. It's here and you can use it if you want. Okay, and then comes the exciter. So this is this little slider here. This like opens up your voice. And let's hear this out without exciter, and then let's raise this slider a little bit. Epic voiceover like this one for your videos. This is just me talking about random stuff here. So you start to hear like the highs of your voice, like sound frequencies from this point on to here somewhere. But yeah, for my purposes, this slider, it's usually between 20 to 60. I like always to like quote open my voice a little bit with this exciter, so it makes my voiceover sound more crisp and clear, if you can say it like that, but hope you understand my point here. So yeah, if this slider is in here at 0, your voiceover starts to a little bit sound like it's recorded in a barrel or something. So I don't want that. Okay, the next slider is this widener. It widens your voice, quote. I usually put this somewhere here, from 80 to 100. So you can hear the difference better for yourself if you are using the headphones. And this is the loudness maximizer, so this makes your voice louder. And let's hear this out. If voiceover like this one for your videos. This is just me talking about random stuff here. Okay, as you heard, it makes your voice louder. My settings for this loudness maximizer is always around here. From 15 till 30, around somewhere here. So if you put this very high, your voice is very loud, obviously. But yeah, I usually keep this around here somewhere, so around 20, I would say. And this is, again, output gain, so you can basically adjust your volume levels here a little bit. Voiceover like this one for your videos. This is just me talking about random stuff here. So for me, this is usually at 0, or it depends on the situation, of course. What do I need to do with this? Okay, but this was mastering effect. This is really good effect that you should use, or I highly suggest you to learn this effect. It's not hard, as you can see, and it's very versatile effect. So you can do the reverb here, and exciter, widener, loudness, and here is also the equalizer. So you can do a lot of things with this mastering effect. And let's talk about the last effect that we need here on the audio track 1. We still need one effect here also, but our last effect in here, audio track 1, will be noise reduction and DeNoise. This is like the most simplest effect that you will see here on this tutorial. So click here, DeNoise, and what this does. This effect does exactly what it tells you. So DeNoise, it takes out your noise from your voiceovers or audio clips. Okay, if you have very high frequency background noise in your audio clips, this effect takes them out. And let's hear this out. Epic voiceover like this one for your videos. This is just me talking about random stuff here. So how to make epic voiceover like this one for your... This is again a thing for your headphones. But yeah, this takes out your background noise from your audio clips. You can actually hear the noise, what it takes out, by clicking this output noise only. If I click this. Okay, so now I can hear only the noise that this effect will take out. But if I click this away, I can again hear my voiceover here, of course. And the settings that I suggest you to use is around here from 0 till 50%. And of course, this depends on your audio clip there. But for my purposes, usually here I always use this setting below 50%. Because if you slide this very high, your voice could start sounding very weird, like aliens are speaking or something. Because if this DeNoise effect takes out too much noise, it starts to remove frequencies that you wouldn't want to be removed, like your speaking frequencies. So if that happens, it starts to sound really weird because of that. And yeah, there is more accurate and better ways to remove noise from your audio, for example in Adobe Audition, but I'm not gonna talk about those because this tutorial is kinda designed for beginners, so I just want to keep this tutorial really simple. That was a really long explanation, but that is why I don't usually use these numbers here. So let's put it back somewhere around here. So let's maybe say 30%. Okay, but basically here are the effects that I have been using like for many years now. And let's hear our voiceover now. How to make epic voiceover like this one for your videos. This is just me talking about random stuff here. Nice. It sounds really nice. And let's compare this voiceover to this, our original voice. It's just me talking about random stuff here. So, how to make epic voiceover like this one. So there is a big difference here. Okay, but there is one thing that I do for all of my videos, like for all of my YouTube videos and for all of my, like every video that I do. I use this master audio track, and I put one effect here. It's the dynamics effect, okay? I put it here to the master audio track. Why? I'll explain some context here before. Pay a close attention to here, to these audio levels. So, how to make epic voiceover like this one for your videos. Okay, this is what I wanted you to see. If you raise your volume levels enough, you will break your audio. If your audio levels goes here to the red above the 0, your audio is broken. So it's like overburned image. If you take a picture of sun in the sky, your image will of course be burnt. So there is no information anymore there. It's just broken. So you don't want that to be happening to your audio levels. So that is why I always use dynamics effect here in the master audio track. So why dynamics? There is this little adjustment here, the limiter. This limits your audio levels to go higher than this threshold level. Okay, so if this threshold is now -1, our audio levels won't go higher than -1. -1 is here, so our audio levels won't go higher than this. If this threshold level is, for example, -5 maybe, our audio levels won't go higher than -5. So this limiter limits our audio levels to go higher than this threshold level here. So let's put this limiter on. And I usually use something like -1 till -5. It depends, of course, of the project, but usually it's somewhere here. So let's say -3 maybe. So let's test this limiter stuff here. So, how to make epic voiceover like this one for your videos. This is just me talking about random stuff here. Okay, as you can see, when we use this limiter, the audio levels won't go higher than -3 now. Okay, because this is set to -3, the audio levels won't go higher than -3 now. And when I put this limiter to my master audio track, it applies this effect to all of these tracks here, which is kinda nice. So it doesn't like matter if my audio levels breaks here, because in the end what comes out is this master audio levels. And yeah, of course, I don't want any of my audio tracks levels to be broken ever, and I keep that in mind with every video project I do. And you should also. So a good way to prevent that happening is to use this limiter a lot. So, for example, you could activate this limiter in this dynamics effect, or put this limiter as a last effect to here, so it would control these volume levels better here on this audio track 1. But yeah, when I use this limiter on my master audio track, this master audio track controls every single track that I have here. So these audio levels here, what you see here, are the exact same levels that you see in here. And you don't want these levels to be broken. But yeah, this is basically it, what I always do for my voiceovers, and I hope you learned something here or at least got some ideas. And as I have said many times in this tutorial, these settings are just for my voiceovers here, so be sure to make your own adjustments and test these effects and settings for your use there. Okay. If you learned something, please hit the like button, it helps my YouTube channel to grow, and subscribe to my channel so you won't miss any of my future videos. If you didn't understand some of my points here, you can always ask more in the comments section down below. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you in the next one.